Regret is not proof that you failed. It is proof that the universe is still knocking. The door you think closed, never locked. It is waiting for the courage you didn't have then, but can choose now. Think about this carefully. When you regret a choice, when you replay that moment in your mind, you are not looking at a dead memory. You are touching a living signal. Regret exists because the opportunity still carries life within you. It has not disappeared. It has only changed form. It is orbiting around you, waiting for alignment. Every time you whisper to yourself, "If only I had said yes," you are not punishing yourself. You are remembering that the version of you who could have said yes still exists. That path is not erased. It is not a door slammed shut forever. It is a door that waits for you to finally step forward with the strength you once doubted. Regret is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is your mirror. It is your evidence that life has more for you than you allowed yourself to claim. The job you turned away from, the relationship you were afraid to commit to, the dream you buried under fear, all of it still breathes in the unseen world of potential. Life does not delete possibilities, it recycles them. So the question is not, why did I fail? The real question is, am I ready now? Because in truth, no opportunity it only waits for the version of you that is bold enough, clear enough, and aligned enough to hold it without fear. And when you finally understand this, regret no longer feels like a wound. It feels like a reminder that your story is not frozen in the past, a reminder that your life is not defined by what you didn't do, but by what you are still capable of choosing today. The words, "if only," are small, but they carry the heaviest weight a human heart can bear. They replay in the quiet of the night. They whisper in the middle of conversations. They appear when you see someone else living the life you— if only I had taken that chance. If only I had believed in myself. If only I had acted sooner. These words chain you to an old version of yourself. They keep you locked in a loop where your mind becomes a projector, playing the same scene over and over, hoping somehow the ending will change. But the ending never changes when you stare backward. It only changes when you decide. Regret convinces you that life is linear, that you had one chance and you blew it. But that is not how reality works. Reality is not a straight road where one wrong turn destroys your destination. Reality is more like an infinite map, full of alternate paths, parallel doors, and countless possibilities that bend and shift according to your choices. The weight of "if only" is not the weight of finality. It is the weight of potential energy. Energy you have not yet released. Power you have not yet activated. Regret feels heavy, not because the opportunity is gone, but because the opportunity is still alive inside you, demanding your attention. This is why you cannot escape it. The ache of "if only" is a reminder that you are capable of more, that your story is unfinished, that the version of you who chose fear does not have to be the version who lives the rest of your life. And here lies the truth. The burden of "if only" is not meant to break you. It is meant to wake you. It is meant to push you toward a higher state of awareness, where you realize that the past is not holding you hostage. Your perception is. Opportunities do not vanish at random. They are not accidents of timing, nor are they cruel jokes life plays on you. Every opportunity arrives with a purpose, to test the state you are in, to measure whether your heart, your mind, and your body are prepared to hold what you are asking for. So why do so many of us let them pass? Why do we hesitate when the moment stands right in front of us? It is because fear speaks louder than trust. Doubt drowns out intuition. The voice that says, "What if I fail?" becomes more convincing than the whisper that says, "What if this is the beginning of everything?" You have felt this before. The phone call you didn't return, the application you never submitted, the words of love you kept silent. In that moment, your soul wanted to leap, but your body froze. You believed safety was found in waiting, but waiting became missing, and missing became regret. This is not weakness. It is simply misalignment. When your energy is not coherent, when your thoughts are divided from your emotions, and your emotions are divided from your actions, opportunity cannot land. It arrives, but it cannot stay. It comes to the door, but your signal says, "Not ready." Think of it like a radio station. The frequency is always broadcasting, but if your dial is set to static, you will not hear the song. The opportunity did not disappear. You were simply not tuned in. And here is the hidden truth. What you call a missed opportunity was often a mirror. It showed you the gap between who you were in that moment and who you are capable of. It revealed your hesitation so you could learn to choose differently the next time. So when opportunities slip away, do not curse them. Understand them. They are feedback from life. They are proof that the dream is real and that you are being called to rise into the version of yourself who can say yes without trembling. The greatest lie regret tells you is that opportunities are permanent in their disappearance. That once a door has closed, it is sealed for eternity. That once you have missed your moment, life has passed you by. But permanence is an illusion. Nothing in this universe is final except change itself. Energy does not vanish, and so it is with opportunity. The chance you believe you lost is not erased from existence. It does not dissolve into nothingness. Instead, it moves into orbit, circling you, waiting for the moment your energy becomes strong enough to pull it back into your reality. This is why patterns repeat in your life. You meet similar people. You face familiar challenges. You encounter opportunities that feel like echoes of something you once ignored. Life is not mocking you. Life is recycling lessons until you finally claim them. Think about it. The business you wanted to start years ago but didn't have the courage. The idea has likely returned to you in another form. The love you were too afraid to pursue, its energy has reappeared, perhaps in a different face. But carrying the same invitation, step forward or step back again. You see, the quantum field does not deal in loss. It deals in alignment. What is meant for you will continue to knock. Not once, but as many times as necessary. But here is the condition. The version of you that missed it cannot be the same version of you that receives it. The field is waiting for the evolution of your courage. So permanence is not the truth. What you call a missed opportunity is actually proof that the universe is abundant, endlessly generous, and patient. It is never punishing you for one hesitation. It is always waiting for you to align with the version of yourself who is ready to say yes. The door you think closed was never locked. It was only waiting for you to find the key. And that key is your decision to act differently today. In quantum physics, there is a discovery that changes everything we think we know about reality. It is called the observer effect. Scientists found that particles behave differently when they are being observed. Observation itself changes reality. Now think about what happens when you constantly observe your regret. You revisit the conversation. You relive the chance you didn't take. Every time you observe it, you collapse it into your present reality. You trap yourself in the same outcome because your focus is locked on what went wrong, instead of what could still go right. Regret becomes a loop, not because life has abandoned you, but because your observation keeps calling the same scene back into existence. You become the projector replaying the same film, convincing yourself it is the only ending available. But what happens if you change what you observe? What happens if instead of staring at the closed door, you shift your focus to the new doors waiting for you to knock? Suddenly, the quantum field responds. Energy reorganizes, possibilities the very act of observing a new outcome begins to pull it toward you. This is why awareness is everything. Your regret is not proof of failure. It is proof of power. Because if you can collapse the past into your present by replaying it, you can also collapse the future into your present by rehearsing it. Instead of saying, "If only I had acted differently," you begin to say, "The next time this chance arrives, I will act with courage." You are no longer the prisoner of regret. You are the architect of redemption. The observer effect shows us that life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you, and when you choose to observe possibility instead of loss, you step out of the loop of regret and into the field of creation. Have you ever noticed how the same kinds of chances keep showing up in your life? The same type of business ideas, the same kind of relationships, the same invitations disguised in different forms. It feels almost like déjà vu, as if life is replaying a scene you've already lived. This is not coincidence. This is the echo of opportunities. Life does not abandon what you were meant to experience. It simply reintroduces it in new costumes, new timelines, and new faces until you are finally ready to embrace it. The person who regrets not starting a project years ago may one day meet someone who offers them a similar idea. Again, the individual who regrets turning down love may later encounter another chance at connection, carrying the same lesson of vulnerability. The echo is always there, not to mock you, but to show you that the universe is patient. Each echo carries the same message. Will you choose differently this time? It is as if the universe is holding up a mirror, asking you to look beyond fear, beyond hesitation, beyond the old version of yourself that said no. And here's the beauty. The echo does not mean you failed the first time. It means you were being prepared. The so-called mischance was only a rehearsal. It revealed your hesitation, your doubts, your wounds. It showed you the gap between who you were then and who you are becoming now. Think of it like waves in the ocean. One wave may retreat, but another always rises. The tide is relentless. Opportunity works the same way. The field of potential is infinite, and as long as you are alive, it will keep sending waves your way. What feels like loss is simply a lesson returning with more clarity, more force, and more urgency. So when life echoes, do not ignore it. Listen, notice what is repeating. Notice what is. They are reminders that what you long for is still within reach. And when the echo returns, it is not asking for the old you. It is calling for the new you, the stronger you, the bolder you, the version of yourself who is no longer ruled by fear. Every opportunity asks you the same question. Do you have the courage to say yes? Not just with your words, but with your energy, your actions, and your belief. Fear will always try to speak first. It will warn you about risks. It will remind you of past failures. It will whisper that you are not ready, not worthy, not strong enough. Fear's job is to protect, but what fear does not understand is that growth lives in the unknown. To say yes is to step into uncertainty with trust. It is to believe that the path will rise to meet you, even when you cannot see the ground beneath your feet. It is to accept that mistakes are not the end, but part of the unfolding. Think about every person who has changed their life. At some point, they said yes. When fear told them to say no, they accepted the job, even though they felt underqualified. They spoke their truth, even when their voice shook. They walked toward love, even when their heart remembered past pain. Their courage did not erase fear, it overpowered it. Courage is not the absence of doubt. It is choosing to trust that the opportunity appearing in front of you is not random. It is choosing to trust that life is guiding you toward expansion, not destruction. When you say yes, you align with possibility. You open yourself to outcomes you could not imagine before. And here is the hidden power. Every yes you say in courage it builds confidence. It rewires your identity. You begin to see yourself not as someone who misses opportunities, but as someone who meets them. And this shift is everything, because once you start to believe that you are capable of saying yes, the universe begins to send you even more doors to walk through. Opportunities multiply for the courageous, they expand for those who dare. So the next time life offers you a chance, remember this: hesitation is heavy, but courage is light. And when you carry courage, you no longer fear the weight of regret, because you know you will not leave the moment unanswered. Regret often feels like a wound that never heals. You revisit it again and again, and each time it stings as if it just happened. But what if regret is not meant to be a scar? What if it is meant to be a script? A script you have the power to rewrite. You see, regret is not the memory of what went wrong. Regret is the signal that you are ready for what can still go right. It is your inner compass saying, that moment mattered. That chance was aligned with your purpose, and it will return when you are ready. Instead of asking, why did I miss it? Begin asking, what did it teach me? Did it show you the cost of hesitation? Did it reveal the voice of fear that overpowered your intuition? Did it awaken the hunger in you that will not allow you to ignore the next chance? When you shift the story of regret from failure to wisdom, everything changes. Suddenly, you stop seeing yourself as someone who lost. You begin to see yourself as someone who learned. And a person who learns is never behind. They are always ahead, because rewriting the story of regret is about reclaiming your power. It is refusing to let one moment define your entire identity. Yes, you hesitated then. Yes, you let it pass. But that hesitation has carved strength into your soul. It has sharpened your awareness. It has prepared you to recognize and seize the next opening with clarity. Remember this: regret is not the end of your story. It is a chapter, and chapters are not permanent. They are part of a larger book. You hold the pen now. You decide what the next chapter reads. Will it say, I missed my chance and gave up? Or will it say, I missed my chance, but I rose stronger, and the next time, when you rewrite regret, you no longer carry it as a chain. You carry it as a key, and with that key you unlock doors you once thought were closed forever. Life is not stingy. The universe does not give you one chance and then abandon you forever. The truth is, reality itself is designed to offer you second chances, third chances, and as many as it takes for you to awaken to your own power. In the quantum field, every potential outcome already exists. Every door that could open is all. The choice you didn't make is not destroyed. It lives as a probability, waiting for you to tune your energy to match it. That's why regret stings so deeply. It is not the memory of something gone. It is the echo of something still possible. When you understand this, you no longer see life as cruel. You see life as generous. You realize that what you call a missed opportunity is only an invitation delayed. The job you didn't take, the move you didn't make, the person you didn't call, those frequencies are still present. They orbit around you like stars waiting to be pulled into your gravity. But here's the condition. The version of you that hesitated cannot be the version that receives them. The quantum field does not reward hesitation. It responds to coherence, when your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions are aligned. So the second chance is not just about the opportunity returning. It is about you returning to yourself. It is about becoming the person who can hold what you once let slip. This is why the same lessons repeat in your life, not because you are cursed, not because you are unworthy, but because the field is abundant, patient, and exact. It will continue to present you with what belongs to you until you finally say yes with clarity, with courage, and with alignment. The universe is not keeping score of how many times you said no. It is waiting for the moment you finally believe, and when that moment comes, the so-called missed opportunity does not return as a shadow. It returns as a doorway wide open, waiting for you to walk through. Every time opportunity knocks, you stand at a crossroad, yes or no, forward or backward, faith or fear. And often, hesitation sneaks in before you even realize it. You wait for the perfect time, and in that waiting, the moment slips away. Hesitation feels harmless in the moment, but its cost is heavy. It drains your energy. It steals your momentum. It convinces you that safety is found in standing still, when in truth, safety is found in movement. Think about it. How many times have you walked away from a chance, only to feel the weight of regret hours, days, or even years later? That ache is the price of hesitation. The opportunity itself does not punish you. Your own inaction does. Hesitation also feeds fear. The more you pause, the more reasons your mind invents for why you are not ready, not worthy, not capable. It becomes a cycle. You hesitate, you miss the chance, you regret, and that regret creates even more hesitation the next time. But here's the truth. Hesitation is not who you are. It is simply a habit, and habits can be broken. You break the cycle of hesitation by deciding quicker, by trusting your intuition, by moving even when fear is loud. Every time you choose action over delay, you rewrite your identity. You stop being the person who watches opportunities pass, and you become the person who meets them. Yes, courage feels risky. Yes, but so does hesitation. With one difference. Hesitation gives you nothing but regret. Courage gives you momentum, growth, and possibility. The cost of hesitation is always greater than the risk of action, because regret lasts far longer than failure. A failure teaches you, a regret haunts you. So the next time you feel hesitation rising, remember this: the clock is always ticking. Life will not wait forever for you to decide. And in truth, the only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the pause you've been calling safety. Regret can feel like an anchor, holding you down, keeping you tied to the past. But in truth, regret is not meant to paralyze you. Regret is meant to propel you. The very weight of what you did not choose can become the fuel for what you choose next. Think about it this way: the ache of if only is proof of desire. You cannot regret what never mattered to you. You only regret what was aligned with your soul. That sting you feel is your heart saying, "This mattered. Don't ignore it again." Instead of replaying regret as a failure, replay it as a lesson. Let the memory of hesitation remind you that next time, you must move. Let the mischance sharpen your awareness so you recognize the next one immediately. Let the pain of the past become the push that makes you act faster, stronger, braver. History does not have to repeat itself unless you force it to. Regret is not a prophecy. It is feedback. It is life showing you where you hesitated, where you let fear win, and where you are being. When you turn regret into momentum, you stop asking, "Why did I miss it?" And you start asking, "What will I do differently when it comes again?" That shift changes everything. Suddenly, the energy that once weighed you down begins to lift you up. Every great comeback story is built on this truth. People who once missed their chance use the memory of regret as a fire to ensure they never miss again. They channel their pain into persistence. They turn their if only into never again. And when you do this, something powerful happens. The universe responds. The field rearranges. New doors appear. Because you have proven that you are no longer the version who hesitates, you are the version who acts. Regret does not have to be your enemy. Regret can be your momentum. It can be the very reason you rise faster, speak louder, and move braver than ever before. At the heart of every missed opportunity lies one truth: you didn't believe you were the person who could hold it. Regret is not about the job, the relationship, or the chance itself. Regret is about identity. It's about the gap between who you were then and who you are capable of becoming now. You don't attract opportunities by chance. You attract them by identity. When you see yourself as unworthy, you hesitate. When you see yourself as unprepared, you delay. When you see yourself as weak, you let fear speak louder than courage. And in those moments, doors close. But when you shift your identity, everything changes. When you begin to see yourself as capable, opportunities recognize you. When you believe you are worthy, doors swing wide open. When you embody the energy of courage, the universe matches you with chances that demand bravery. This is the quantum truth. Life does not respond to what you want. Life responds to who you are, and the person you choose to be today will decide the opportunities you step into tomorrow. So the question is not, will I miss my chance again? The question is, who will I be when the next one arrives? Because the version of you who hesitated no longer has to be the one who answers. Today you have the power to shift, to stop replaying the old story and start writing a new one. To stop carrying regret as a chain and start using it as a key. To decide, here and now, that you will no longer be the person who watches doors close. You will be the one who walks through them. And if this message found you, it is not by accident. It is your echo. It is your second chance. It is the universe knocking once again. So step forward, say yes. Become the person who no longer waits, but acts. The person who no longer regrets, but creates. Your future is not behind you. It is here. And it is waiting for the courage you finally choose today. If this message resonated with you, don't just close this video and move on. Take action. Comment below and declare, "I am ready to say yes." Share this with someone who is still haunted by regret, because they need to hear this truth. And if you're ready for more teachings on turning missed chances into aligned realities, subscribe now, because your journey is just beginning.